This is not really new in 2019. Historians have pointed out, and in fact, there's a brilliant article by one of the great writers, Angelo Codavia, who is pointing out, and I think it's on our website, or else I can post it after the show, but he was pointing out that the Democrat Party really began around 1964, so we're talking like 50 years ago, started pushing the idea of they were going to garner their support from Black Americans who they could paint as victims and provide benefits for, upscale liberals. The term that was used by the Angelina, can't speak English, that Angelo Codavia was constituencies of resentment. It was the point of constituencies of resentment. The Democrats worked to organize those groups to perpetuate outrage. Blacks, upscale guilty liberals, immigrants, and this is a continuation on steroids now of what actually started in the Democrat Party in the 1960s. Instead of centering their party around the ideas and the policies that shape America, what they think about tax policy, what they think about whatever other issues we had, foreign policy and national security and all those kind of things. The Democrats began, instead of being focused on issues and presenting solutions, they became focused on people and their skin color and making people feel either outraged, guilty, or in some other way to process their place in the American political conversation based on their skin color. This is not new, but it is now on steroids with respect to the New York Times and the efforts of AOC and others. And I want to turn on this Democrats. It's really kind of an amazing thing that's happening in Washington. The Democrat Congressional Campaign Committee, DCCC, or I guess 3C, DCCC, is headed up by a woman named a Democrat Congresswoman named Chairman Cheri Bustos. So this is the group that raises money in order to help incumbent Democrats get reelected into Congress and helps candidates who are challenging a Republican incumbent who's running. That group helps those people get elected to Congress. Republicans have a similar thing on their side. Well, the DCCC, this woman, Bustos, got attacked much earlier in this, like in March or so, basically over the idea that some of the constituencies, some racial groups were claiming, why aren't there any people of color in the upper echelons, in the leadership of this Democrat Congressional Campaign Committee? Where are the people of color? So Bustos was saying, why, we're just trying to fix it, trying to see who might want to hold these positions. They actually had some staff members quit saying, well, we don't feel welcome, or, I guess we're not supposed to be here. We'll leave our positions open for somebody else. So she's got a racial attack on her, and then it's compounded with an attack by two radical leftist groups in this country. One, the Justice Democrats, who are radical far left socialists, the ones who got AOC elected, and another group called Our Revolution. These two radically leftist groups are attacking the DCC, not just because of the composition of the leadership, but also because they don't want the DCC to in any way attack them or interfere with their ability. These rebels in the Democrat Party, these radical leftists, they want to find more radical leftists to run for Congress in primaries against mainstream Democrat members of Congress. Their point is they want Green New Deal now. They want open borders. They want reparations. They want income. They want forced, what's it called? Anyway, they want to have a whole bunch of radically leftist ideas, and they want those ideas to be part of the Democrat platform. Many relatively sane Democrats still in Congress are saying, these are just socialists. We're not going to do this. This is not who we are. We can't do this. So these radical leftists are complaining that the DCC won't treat equally these new leftist candidates that these leftists are pushing. And the DCC is trying to hold on to the seats currently held by Democrats who have some semblance of sanity still remaining and some semblance of love of America still remaining. So they have this push happening inside the DCC. It's very interesting, I'll say, to watch how this unfolds. And it's a really it's very helpful for people on the right to look at how they're going to handle these things, because some of these things these people are arguing about Our Revolution and the Justice Democrats, they actually want the Green New Deal to become the Democrat Party platform. They actually want socialized medicine, free health care for all. They actually want free college for everybody. They actually want that, and total loan forgiveness for every college loan. They want radical immigration reform. They want to get rid of ICE, to get rid of Border Patrol. These are people who want to abandon America, and they have a big enough voice in the Democrat Party now that the Democrats are scrambling and kind of backpedaling, trying to figure out what to do with these people. And so inside the DCC, they're pushing this race issue, and they're pushing, you have to agree to support all these really radically leftist ideas. And I tell you, it's a real sign how dangerous this is, a dangerous time this is, because the Democrat, if there are, to the extent there are a lot of mainstream Democrats left in Congress, they're not sure they can fight back. They are not sure they can stand up against this push of this radical leftist socialist agenda. They don't have strong leaders inside the Democrat Party in Washington saying, hey folks, we're Democrats. We maybe like higher taxes on rich people. We maybe a little less interested in military interventions, or we think maybe more support for certain social spending is good. But we're Americans. We're free marketers. We're not socialists. The Democrats, they have people like that elected to Congress, but none of them has the courage to speak up and say, wait a minute, we're not socialists. Here's who we really are. These people are crazy. They don't dare do it. The Democrat Party is in peril, dealing with extremely radical nature of the people who are now just voicing their demand that essentially the Democrat Congressional Campaign Committee let their radical agenda be part of the whole effort in the 2020 elections. It's an amazing time to watch. I mean, the Democrats are they're in a very, very tough spot.